The year is 2047. The year is 2047. And truth had become a dangerous thing. Not because people couldn't understand it, but because people had stopped wanting it. The skies were always blue. Not because the weather was kind, but because the screens said so. The world had changed slowly at first. Governments promised stability. Corporations promised comfort. And people, tired of chaos, tired of fear, gladly accepted both. But there was one small condition attached to that peace, one quiet agreement signed without ink or ceremony. Truth would no longer be required. Instead, the system offered something easier, something softer, convenient lies. Every citizen lived inside a carefully managed reality where news was filtered, history was edited, and facts were quietly adjusted whenever the truth became inconvenient. And slowly, the world became quieter. No arguments, no protests, no uncomfortable questions asked in the dark, just peaceful, pleasant illusion. Most people never noticed. Most people never cared. Most people never even tried. But one man did. His name was Elias Ward. And Elias was not powerful. He was not famous. He was not a rebel with a cause or a fire burning in his chest. He was just a man, a quiet man, who worked as a government archivist. His job was simple: review records, verify reports, fill out the daily compliance forms every citizen was required to complete. Forms that asked simple questions, questions most people answered without a second thought. Are you satisfied with your life? Do you trust the system? Do you believe the government protects the truth? Everyone knew the correct answers. Everyone understood the rules. And everyone lied. Except Elias. Every single day, he answered the questions honestly. He wrote what he believed. He wrote what he saw. He wrote the truth. At first, no one noticed. Millions of forms passed through the system every day. But slowly, something strange began appearing in the data. A pattern. One citizen who never followed the script. One citizen who never adjusted his answers. One citizen whose responses never changed, no matter how many times the questions were rewritten. The system flagged it. Analysts reviewed it. Supervisors studied it. Reports were filed. Until finally, the Bureau noticed. Because honesty, in a world built on lies, was not harmless. It was a threat. One morning, Elias arrived at work like any other day. Same coat, same coffee, same quiet walk through the lobby. But this time, security was waiting. Two silent agents escorted him through the building, past the offices, past the surveillance rooms, past the floor where no one asked questions, all the way to the 40th floor, to the office of Director Maeve Colton. The room had no windows, no warmth, just a single overhead light and a woman who had not spoken an honest word in 20 years. She studied Elias the way a scientist studies something rare or something broken. Then she asked him one question. "Do you know why you're here?" Elias looked at her calmly. "Yes, because I told the truth." Director Colton leaned forward slowly. "You are an anomaly, Elias. And in a healthy system, anomalies are corrected." "What does corrected mean?" he asked. Her answer was quiet, almost gentle. "It means you will stop." Elias shook his head. "I can't stop. I don't know how. I simply tell the truth." And in that moment, something shifted behind Director Colton's eyes. Because she understood something frightening. A man who lies can be controlled. A man who is afraid can be silenced. But a man who simply refuses to lie is something far more dangerous than either. So the Bureau made a decision. They would watch him. Every movement tracked, every conversation recorded, every breath monitored, and someone else began watching too. Her name was Nora, a young analyst. Sharp, careful, obedient. Everything the system rewarded. She had a brother, once, who had asked too many questions. She never spoke about what happened to him. At first, she believed what everyone believed, that Elias was a problem, a disruption, a glitch that needed correction. But the more she watched him, the more unsettled she became. Because Elias was not angry, not radical, not dangerous in any way she had been trained to recognize. He was just honest. Quiet, steady, simple honesty. The kind she hadn't seen since she was a child. The kind she had almost forgotten was possible. 3 days later, she sat across from him in the cafeteria. She hadn't planned to speak, but the words came anyway. "Do you ever get tired of it?" she asked quietly. "Telling the truth?" Elias was silent for a moment. Then he said, "Every single day. Truth is heavy. It costs things. Friends, jobs, people you love." He looked at her. "But lies cost more. They cost you yourself. And once you're gone, you don't even know what you've lost." Nora had no answer for that. She just sat with it. The way you sit with something true. That night, the order came.